The Super Gyrosphere at Yesterland Farm is one of the smallest flat rides in the world. It can't be more than 10 feet in diameter. But despite its diminutive size, this is one of the most underrated and craziest flat rides in the world. In many ways, this feels like one of those Toubillon rides that Six Flags added to Great Adventure and Over Texas, except this one is run to its fullest potential, just on a far smaller and cruder scale. The ride's small stature and homemade appearance give it a different feel than most amusement rides, and it's most evident when you see the restraints. At first, it appears you'll only have an over-the-shoulder restraint, and that shoulder restraint is rather loose. But don't worry, you have an endless amount of straps. You have a seatbelt. That's pretty typical. And then you have a shoulder strap that comes down on both shoulders, essentially making a 5-point harness combined with a seatbelt. It was odd to see that with an over-the-shoulder restraint as well, but the restraints just get crazier. You then slide your hands under the grab bar, and they are tied onto the restraint itself. Want more? Don't worry, there's one last restraint. You also have ankle restraints. So if you're claustrophobic, you probably will not like this ride. It doesn't hurt, but once you're secured, the only part of your body you can move is your head. That's how locked into place you are. Until the ride forces you to move. The reason for all these restraints are because of the sustained hang time this ride offers that I'll get to in a little bit, and the lack of space between the other seats. I rode alone each time, but it was quickly apparent that there was barely any legroom if multiple adults rode together. Once secured from the most cumbersome loading procedure of all time, the operator unlocks the gyrosphere and you start spinning. There appeared to be some variation in the duration, but the one thing was constant: you spun and flipped non-stop during the ride. On average, I got between 16 and 20 flips, and there was no downtime between these flips. And dare I say, this ride had the single longest sustained out-of-your-seat moment of any ride. And actually, calling it a moment's wrong. Moments are brief. I was out of my seat continuously for a majority of the ride. As expected, the drawn-out inversions lift you out of your seat. But what I wasn't expecting was the centripetal force from the super tight turn radius forcing me against the back of my seat. When I wasn't suspended upside down, that centripetal force pushed me against my seat back and prevented me from sliding down back into my seat. It was insane. Off-ride, you'd never think this ride would have forces that would pin you to the seat, like a roundup or rotor, but that's exactly what the Super Gyrosphere does. There are also two other features that add to the thrill. First, the ride is barely above the ground, so when you flip upside down, your head comes dangerously close to the floor. It's not a head chopper per se, it's more like a head scraper. Second, when you ride alone like me, you can hear metal clanging about. Logically, I knew it was the seatbelts of the empty seats just banging against the rod. But in the instant you're flipping upside down, your mind immediately thinks it's a bolt coming loose or something. There is also one other quirk with this ride. The ride has a manual stop, and if the operator overshoots it, you have to take this ridiculously slow flip at the end of the ride while the operator tries to line the ride back up. It's a nice little bonus if you have it happen. So what would I rate the Super Gyrosphere? I would give this ride a 9 out of 10. The ride is an intense little ride that is a dream for those who love crazy inverting rides. The only reason I don't give it a higher score is because of the half-dozen restraints that got really annoying. So those are my thoughts on the Super Gyrosphere at Yesterland Farm. It's the park's lone thrill ride, and the lone reason I'd consider going back. Honestly, this type of ride would be perfect at more family entertainment centers across the country. It takes up barely any space and looks really easy to operate. What are your thoughts on this ride? Have you been on it? Or have you been on something similar? I would love to hear down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate if you gave it a like and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.